All right, so I just finished up the trading session for the day. There really wasn't too many setups at all today across everything I trade, whether gold, ES, NASDAQ. But I patiently waited for a few hours and eventually found something. It wasn't a setup that I really loved, but it was there, right? The setup was there. It looked pretty good. So I did size down on the trade. So as you can see, in total from that one trade, I ended up making around 110 on 16 of my PA Apex accounts. So just over $1,600 in total profits today. Now I took this trade on ES, the S&P 500. I trade futures for those of you that don't know. So if you guys don't know how I trade already, I define myself as a trend pullback trader. So I only trade with a trend and I wait for pullbacks to get in to keep on riding with that trend. Okay. So first thing I do is I go to a bigger time frame, like a 4-hour chart. And we can see on ES today, we've been stuck in this very choppy range. We're at the high of it. Now today we start going down. And we can see before the market even opened, we start getting consistent red candles in the pre-market. Okay, so this tells me that I want to focus on going short for the day. So that was my thought process. I want to only take short setups before the market opens, right? And if we go over to my Discord, as you can see, if we go over to the trading plan, this is what I said, right? I'll be looking for pullbacks to take short unless we get above VWAP and our FIB levels, okay? So already knew that going into the day. Now, this is where it got a little difficult because if you go into, a smaller time frame, like a 2-minute, right? You can see we're trending below VWAP, trend looks down, looks good. What we can see when the market opened in this first hour or two, right, is we just slowly traded down. There was no pullbacks for me to get in, okay? Any pullback we got, it was like one green candle. It wasn't enough of a pullback for me to actually have a good risk reward. So basically this whole period, there's nothing I could really do here. Like even on this pullback, by the time we close the next candle, right, we're already lined up with this previous support, so I didn't want to take that. So anyways, we eventually started popping up more, right? We got way more of a pullback because remember, I'm trading with a trend, but I don't want to just enter randomly. I want to wait for a pullback and then short and then write it down more. Okay, so we can see if I go inside my Discord and I go over to our inner circle section, right? As you can see, basically after I got off the live trade, because we trade live every single day inside my inner circle, after I got off the live call, we didn't really see anything. Basically 30 minutes later, I said, ES still pulling back, need us to stay below the yellow line, otherwise there's signs of a trend change. So as we can see, while we're pulling back here, this is the levels I was watching for. Because again, as a trend pullback trader, my biggest fear is what if the trend changes? Okay, and I can't have the trend change on me. So a way I like to kind of determine whether the trend changes or not is, like I showed, using those FIB levels, okay? So once we broke this key, this is a key support level. Once we broke it, we got this pop up. So what I did was I take the previous high and then I draw it to the lows, okay? So wherever the low starts happening, so as we're creeping up here, I can start drawing this FIB. Okay, so I take it to the lows. So as you can see, these lines will give us a good idea where if we get above these lines, that tells me the trend is starting to go up, right? It's starting to change. Buyers are more in control. But as you can see, this market structure held. This lower high was holding. So that's all the FIB levels do, is it gives you an estimate of where we can pull back, and it keeps us to make sure that, we're trading with that same market structure, right? Of holding those lower lows, lower highs in this case, since we're looking for short trades. Okay. So basically we got this first pop up, and then, one of my confirmations I like to use is volume. So I can see we didn't really get any volume here. Even on this candle, no volume. So I didn't want to short here. We ended up rising up again. So that volume confirmation saved us from getting stopped out on this second rise up. And that's what I was kind of saying inside my inner circle is the first pullback had no volume confirmation. Let's see what this next little pullback does. And then you can see at 940, I said, let's see how this candle closes for volume. This is right here at 940. Okay. So this is that second rise up. Let's go to 940 candle. And as you can see, that was this candle right here. So, if we kind of zoom in here more, we can see this candle didn't have good volume, right? So there's no confirmation there. Then we got this candle, okay? We got our first red Heikin-Ashi candle, good looking bearish candle, right? And it also had elevated volume. Okay, so this is actually where I went short on this trade, literally right after this candle closed. Like I said, I did size it down a bit just because I didn't love this trade. We sold off so much that I figured the market will probably be choppy. So size down a little bit. We didn't have that much room to run, and I was worried about this support a little bit since we did break this previous high. So anyways, use like half my normal size, and I simply put my stop above this candle. So I had my stop at 87. Got in at around 82 or so once this candle closed. And this trade took a while, but we eventually sold off. And I ended up getting out on this nice little rise down right at like 76.50. So that gave me a 1-to-1 risk reward because remember, my stop was right above the volume, right? So since this candle had elevated volume right here, my confirmation candle, right, I could put my stop right above this candle. I didn't have to put it above the highs because there's no volume on this candle, right? So for me, I look at volume as defense for my position, and I want to put my stop loss behind my defense, right? Just as you would in soccer, you put your goalie behind your defense. You're not going to put your goalie in the middle of the field, right? You want your defense to defend you. So that's basically what I did. You can see even on this rise up, my defense would have defended me. I was already out of the trade by then, but you can see kind of how well that works when you put your stop loss above or below the volume, depending on if you're going short or long. So anyways, that was my one and only trade today. As you can see, super choppy market, fast sell off in the beginning, really no other setups I could take on a day like today. So anyways, guys, like I said, that was my one and only trade today. I know we're going to be getting some better setups later this week. Again, we just have to break this stupid structure we've been in, right? If we go back to, let's do a 1 hour time frame, we can see we haven't chopped around this long in a long time. Okay, literally since like the August 20th, August 15th, we've just been in this very small range, just chopping up and down. And I've gotten less setups. It's been a little bit harder to trade for me. So hopefully we'll break this range. I mean, we just need to break this low and we can start playing shorts. Or we could bounce here again and we can be stuck in this range for another week. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But as you can see, if we go to a 4 hour time frame, we're usually trending up or trending down. It's very rare where we're stuck in a range this long. So again, hopefully we break this range sometime this week. Anyways, guys, that was my trade for the day. Real quick before you guys go, if you guys want to join our free Discord community for viewers of this YouTube channel, we'd love to have you inside. Inside of here, I show my trading plan every single day for S&P, NASDAQ, and gold. We also have an awesome community of all kinds of other traders you can chat with. You can ask me questions in here. So if you're lonely in your trading journey, we'd love to have you inside. I think you'll get a lot of value from this group. So if you guys do want to join this group, like I said, completely free to join. All you have to do is go to the first link in the description below, or just head over to this link right here. That being said, guys, I will see you tomorrow morning. I'll be trading live. So we'll see what happens for another day of trading.